All right, so we're getting ready for the next match here. The next match be two titans in the scene actually, Sheik versus Dise, both very strong players. All right, the new game is up.
I'm back.
Okay.
I might have spoken too soon. I'll be right back, Hector. Sorry, go talk to my wife real quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what I would expect to see out of this, apparently random from Dise. Getting the early resource lead from picking random is pretty strong. I now fully understand why he elects to do that now. Yeah, getting extra, what is that, at least 150 gold and 50 wood? Pretty substantial for your early game. Curious if we see a first pick Beast of Chaos again out of Sheik. Okay, Dise actually electing to go Tomb Kings. He's decided he's not going to go random for this match. He's just going to go into a race that he knows quite well. Immediately sending the Hierophant across the map, I believe. No, actually, probably not. Probably not. Actually, against the Beast of Chaos, I fully expect he's just going to sit at home. You don't want to be risking your early Hierophants against the Herd Stone of the Beast of Chaos. Their Town Hall structure is like a turret. And it does a lot of early game damage. So it's pretty strong at warding away early game aggression. Not the sheep. Not the sheep. What? 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 He's just killing all the sheeps. What a jerk. Not actually sure what he's doing with this early game Hierophant. I thought initially he might be heading across the map to maybe take a look, but I think he decided better of that. And now he is just going to sit here and wait to crack into this first creep camp. Trying to see if I can catch their specialization.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hey, what's up, Plague Eagle? Looks like I might have missed the specialization. I'm gonna assume he's gone into... he's got the brace stick, so he went into Shaman. The Tomb King has the icon of Resetra.
A player's forces are under attack.
I believe this is the Necro Sphinx build. Nice, nice. Good to hear it, man. Looks like Sheik is immediately going to push out to clear out this natural expansion. The sun spec? Yeah. That's the Necro Sphinx. No? It's not? Okay. That's right. Necro Sphinx is constructs, right? Both heroes playing a bit of Rock'em Sock'em Robots at the natural expansion of Sheik here. Now the addition of the two Hierophants is certainly helpful. A Dispel Scroll going out, trying to clear out these mutated beasts and summoned units. Definitely trying to pull back this Hierophant. He does not want to lose any of these. They count towards his supply. He's actually... Oof. He just lost 10 supply there. Immediately supply blocking, actually. He's down to 22 out of 10. So he's gonna be on the back foot here until he can re-establish his Hierophants to be able to get some supply going again. That's the kiss curse of the Tomb King supply setup is, yes, they are a strong range unit in the early game, but if you use them, you're jeopardizing your supply. As well, when they die, they explode, dealing friendly fire damage to the rest of your units. And they don't provide an aura anymore when they're dead.
I've returned.
Alright, welcome back. We've gone Tomb Kings into Beasts. Tomb Kings have gone Sun specialization. Beasts have gone with the Shaman specialization. For the most part, they've just been posturing around Sheik's natural expansion, trading blows, as it were.
It does take Beastmen quite a while to get their town halls up. Herdstone, as it were.
Yeah, which is understandable, given how strong of a defensive structure the Herdstone is.
Absolutely. Its natural tower is quite powerful. They don't get towers otherwise, but still, not always needed with that thing.
No, I would say the Herdstone actually shuts down a lot of aggression, like opportunities or tactics by the other races. You'll see it a lot, especially like in the game that we just had with Beasts versus Bretonnians, where the Bretonnian didn't even bother sending the Yeoman across the map to do harassment because he knew that he wasn't going to get any damage in.
Right. Tome Guard finally goes down.
Yeah, both players have their second hero on the board. The Bray Shaman out for the Beasts, and the Lich. Oh, the Lich High Priest for Dise. Dispel Scroll going out, trying to clear out some of the summons from the Beast army here.
These wolves can be quite dangerous early on.
Hey, you thought this was League of Legends? No, not quite.
A player's forces are
Close? Quite close.
Has more League, you know, the League's grandfather, really.
Yeah, yeah. Estranged grandfather, but they don't talk anymore. So this is the game that actually birthed League. So it does make sense that, yeah, you would think that it looks kind of a similar. As League originated from a mod from Warcraft 3.
Yeah, the mod. Dota, you know, which project gave way to Dota 2, but a lot of the early developers such as Ginso and and Dragon.
Frog as well, right? For the
Frog stayed with Dota 2. I almost said that, but he never left. He took over, I think, after actually when those guys all jumped ship. He became the head guy then.
Okay, that's kind of when I found out about all of it, and I saw Frog running the show.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really keep up too much with Dota, but I like knowing the lineage of games, like the where things come from, and watching the progression of Warcraft to today's League of Legends has been pretty cool to see, actually.
I agree.
It's a big exchange going on here. The Hierophants are in a bad spot, though. Being up at the front, eating the bulk of the damage. Hierophants...
Screaming Catapult might be able to take down the... One more shot from the Screaming Catapult will take down the Herdstone. Got it down.
Fantastic. That was definitely a worthwhile push, then. Surprising to see the Hierophants so far forward. These things tend to act as a bit of dominoes. Once the first Hierophant goes down, they all tend to start going down. Just due to the explosions and friendly fire damage.
Yeah, they radiate out damage to each other. He also has Sunspec, so all of his Hierophants have a heal. So I think that's why he was pushing them forward, trying to use them like medics. Oh, but his Lich King is going down.
A player's forces are under attack.
Brays are coming out and starting to polymorph the units as they trickle in from Dise. Starting to get in that situation where the Hierophants are all low. Lich is going down. Main source of DPS for that army right now.
A town is under siege.
And he's got another Screaming Skull Catapult out as well.
Sheik immediately rebuilding his Herdstone.
Yeah, with how big of a time investment is, that's not surprising. And
Player's forces
that said, though, Dise is not elected to go for any kind of expansion so far.
He's been totally dedicated to harming the economy of Sheik as opposed to himself. He's going for the all-in push, it seems like. Just get level 4 on his main guy. The net of Amontok slowing down the hero.
Yeah, he's been using that a lot to just help give himself positioning in these fights, and here he's gonna trap out the Bray Shaman and force a town portal with it. I believe that's from the priests of Petra.
Yeah, I believe so. You're right about that. They have a couple interesting abilities, the sand waves as well. Don't often see that unit.
The one Screaming Skull Catapult going to town here on this Hearthstone expansion.
You know, that's all you need.
a player's
One unit in the right place can be worth way more than a 100 supply army.
And Sheik doesn't look like he's contesting this. Looks like he's just happy to let this cancel. He's not trying to reposition his army at all.
I think he thinks it'll finish and then maybe he'll be able to repair. Or I don't know exactly what he thinks.
It will finish.
He's not going to let it cancel, yeah. Which is just going to cause the Screaming Skull Catapults to do more damage as the armor type will switch.
a player's forces are under attack.
I feel like the player he probably should have
Definitely
canceled
would've
that.
canceled.
Right. Because now you figure he's expanded twice and had the expansion knocked down.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of money. Well,
Now Sheik doesn't need, or now Dise doesn't even need to expand as long as he can keep him from expanding again. He's got the economy lead.
yeah, I know the buildings of beasts naturally regenerate over time. Maybe he was hoping that if it finished, that the regeneration, but it's just he wasn't trying to push back the offensive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now he's gonna start picking off the treasury up front here.
Starting to see, like you got an upgrade for the Screaming Skull Catapults as well. Projectiles are now red.
Oh yeah, they're doing a lot of damage. Lots of Dispel Scrolls going out, and the healing from the Beast Lord as well, keeping his units up. The Blood Fury finally pops off, giving all of his units an attack speed boost.
Starting to take down these priests. Main hero, first hero is going low, goes down. Quillbores spraying their Phantom knives perpetually. Oh, wow, wow.
And Sheik has managed to hold back this aggression, sending Dise back after taking out his hero.
Might even have claimed an EXP lead off of that.
There's the town portal.
One hero Finn unfortunately did not. Got left behind. Looks like he's gonna get hunted down. Both players. Oh, that's lumber. Sending out 2K lumber, but not a lot of gold either way.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a bit of over mining of lumber.
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm just reading a comment in the observer chat. One of the players said on their stream that he has no idea what's going on, and he's pretty sure the other player doesn't either.
Well, for the most part, we're gonna see a lot more, a lot more posturing, roaming around to clear out what creep camps are left here. I'm curious to see if eventually Dise does like to go for a natural expansion. He's got to be, yeah, he's down to 4,000 gold in the main here, which would be enough to hold off aggression for a little bit longer, but he's gonna start running dry on that main.
Yeah, and Sheik wasting no time once again, getting that Hearthstone starting to build. Sheik also taking away an important creep camp from Dise. This one has this mercenary camp on the high ground, has some of the best item drops on the map besides the red camp. It also can provide a lot of tactical superiority, as you can see, from the high ground you can see your enemy, but they cannot see you.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting if he decided to drop like a herd stone up in here or something. Just
A player's forces are under attack.
It would take a while to build, but if you got it down, it would be awesome.
yeah, just for the meme of it, the proxy herd stone. The Quillgore summons coming out, fanning a good amount of damage onto the tomb guards and the rest of Dice's army.
The AoE from those things is pretty powerful.
Sheik is pulling back again. I think he's gonna roam over potentially this camp here, or maybe he's gonna push for the red
Check
camp.
for an expo.
Yeah, I've been surprised he hasn't just sent one of these boars over to poke at this camp.
A player's forces are
Looks like Dise might go for this red camp though on the left side.
Yep, I think that's the plan. Either that or the natural expansion.
Oh, going back straight. I think maybe he was checking the red spot for creep jack, but once again,
Now, the question is, does he cancel it this time?
he's going for a base trade is what it looks like. So who knows what he'll elect to do. No way Dise TP's home before he... Yeah, it finished.
Yeah, he let it finish.
Yeah, took it down again.
That's the third time now Sheik's expansion's been knocked down by Dise.
Bit of an advantageous position with the town portal, honestly. But the extra move speed from the war call kind of gets it. From the aura, kind of gets everyone out before they can get trapped behind the wall of incoming tomb kings.
a player's forces are under
I would say once again, we're gonna see another expansion go up here from Sheik. That's I mean, I can't imagine anything else happening here.
That worker is walking over there.
Dise,
a town is under
Sheik just waiting for Dise to leave and then hitting him again immediately.
yeah, Dise restocking up on the Greater Dispel scrolls and another scroll of life here on the Tomb King. Gonna push into the main of Sheik and start doing some damage to the pig pens up front.
Going for another base trade.
the Sentinel warding off the pig harassment.
A lot of wolves come out, but they'll just die to the dispel.
Yep,
With the first winged form brute, third hero. And Sheik walked all the way back, but now he is exposing the vulnerable Screaming Skull catapults. They're going down pretty quick with the melee people able to get to them.
Yeah, the skull catapults just got right clicked on and burned down really quickly here. The blood flurry has gone out for the extra attack speed. Sheik is doing what he can to push back this this army from Dise, but there's a lot of healing coming out of these Hierophants, and there's a lot of auras actually. Holy shit!
A lot of auras, a lot of healing, a lot of AOE from the Quill Beast. Life bars yo-yoing back and forth.
Still though, the Dice's hero is getting very low.
Down.
Yeah, the first Hierophant going down, tending to lead to the next, and then oh, there it is. Dice just left.
And Dice calls it. No GG, a little PM.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well played. Well played.
That's the best game so far for sure.
Yeah, they definitely, you could tell that, yeah, as she said, like, I'm not really sure what's going on. They were a bit ambiguous during a lot of that game, right? A lot of the posturing didn't look like neither one of them had a good game plan of what they wanted to go for. Just electing to just be on the map doing things, and I eventually it ended up just that the continued efforts of going for that natural expansion by Sheik just put him too far behind. If you think he lost 3 completed herdstones that match, herdstone is 400 gold, I want to say.
Sheik won that match. Dice's lost his hero and tapped out.
Yeah, Dice lost both of his heroes and left.
So despite having spent, almost 2K on herdstones, he still managed to pull out the W.
Yeah, it's true. It's interesting.
I think he just had a better tier 3 army. The Quillgores and the Wingform Brutes quite strong. And the Quillgores AoE, which is exactly what hero founts don't want to have to deal with, right? Like, he didn't have a good enough front line. I thought we might see like the Necrofinx spec. I think if he had gone that, there would have been nothing that Sheik could do against him, honestly.
Yeah, when I was when we were going over when I was talking about the specs early on, I was actually very surprised that he had not gone for the Necrosphinx spec. Certainly the more popular build that we see from Tomb Lords right now. The Necrosphinx just being an incredible unit.
Game is up. 2-4-2.
Yeah, I'm already in there.
Oh, sorry.
I saved a seat for you though.
Thanks, pal. Yeah, that whole spec, besides the one Necrosphinx that you get, that's just a unit all into itself. They also have Ubuntu, I think they're called, that are very similar to the Necros.
The Ushabti.
Ushabti, thank you, sir.
Yeah, very, very strong tier 3 units. I've seen just recently actually I saw a match where they went for because they cap at 4, I believe. You can only have 4 Ushabti on the map if I remember right. Or maybe that's one of their.
You on that, I can't recall.
I'm pretty sure that might be a nightmare question, but I think that's their unit that they're limited on. They're only allowed to have a certain amount on the map. But yeah, I poked around a little bit as Tomb Lords, trying to get some ideas. I have an idea of, like, there are a lot of their tier 3 units. But yeah, we haven't seen enough play. It's infinite. Which unit of theirs is the one that's restricted? Or am I?
Necrosphinx.
It's okay. Yeah, the Necrosphinx is restricted to 1. I thought they had a tier 3 unit that was limited to 4 or something like that. Or maybe I'm thinking of vampires actually. The other
Vampires are
undead.
more known for their restrictions than that's like kind of their core mechanic, is they get certain restrictions on their unit. That's like Nightmare said that was important for him, like thematically, that they have that.
Right, right. Yeah, I believe that they have a tier 3 vampire type vampires that you can only have 4 of them, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's the Lamel vampire. I didn't say it. The one bloodline vampire that they like for nighttime. Have a strong stun that actually just got nerfed, I think, in the season 2 patch.
That's right. Yeah, I saw a game where one of the players, I don't remember if it was Dice, but they went
Spire.
for, it might have been, yeah, where he went for the vampires, and but except as they came out, it like had just started into the day cycle. Like it was just poorly, like just bad luck on
Yeah.
timing, because you know, immediately when he needed them to be effective was in the middle of the day, so it was just bad luck.
That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
I'm curious to see what we see coming out of you guys in this matchup series. I'd imagine we're gonna see likely Beast again. I can't imagine Sheik changing it. You know, if it works, you don't change it.
I think Dice can request that he changes it. It's like league rules.
Oh yeah, Sheik actually switching to Lizardman and Warriors of Chaos.
Both switching, nice.
So both electing for.
Oh, desync.
Yep.
Fortunate.
Well, now they've revealed their races. Do you think they'll stay with those races for the rematch?
We'll see.
Both playing electing for very, very strong early games with the Warriors of Chaos, Tzeentch Wizard from the one side, and then the War Chief, Skink War Chief on the other side.
Yeah, quite good early game harass for sure.
That's not. We're just waiting for the rehost on the match. They should have it back up here in just a second.
I'm gonna take the time to grab a little water.
Yeah, you're good. Go for it.
Shall wait until the game's back up. As soon as I walk away, I know they'll host.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And y'all will be waiting for me, and I'll feel bad.
He stepped away. Go, go, go. There we go. The match is up.
Okay, now I will get some water. See you soon.
Yep. All right, we do have identical picks coming out of both sides again. Dice electing to go for the Warriors of Chaos in the blue in the southwest corner. And in the northeast corner, we have Sheik and the Lizard Man. Going for, we'll be curious to see if Sheik elects to do the normal Codal build, which is kind of what we're expecting. I would imagine we're going to see a very similar build path to what worked just recently on Dice's Warrior gameplay, where he's using the Marauder ranged units on top of the Tzeentch Wizard hero to get a lot of early game harassment in. But both sides a very strong early game, actually. We have Kodals coming out of our Lizard Man player in the red. Did I miss the tap? We skipped a worker there just to get that, get the Northman hut out. Okay. So some early game creeping here. I'm not actually sure what the Berserker Sword build path is. Sheik running right across the map, not touching a creep camp. Electing to immediately sprint in and get polymorphed and poked by these two Marauder horsemen here. Meanwhile, those jungle serpents are doing a bit of damage to the back line here, getting one of Dice's workers down very low. But not killing anything. Actually, didn't get a single worker kill with that harassment. Another wave of serpents trying to finish off what the previous ones had started. The Skink Warchief running in and getting polymorphed again. Does pick off one of the workers before running back out. Actually, that's two workers now that Sheik has managed to whittle away. Sending in another wave of these summoned jungle serpents. Dice sneaking out to just get some creeps in. Trying to get some EXP. Given that he does have a bit of an army advantage right now. Quite happy to leave the base and try and push out to gain some EXP advantage. Does Sound Portal back in, immediately polymorphs the Skink Warchief and starts doing... Looks like he was trying to step on him there, I don't know. Alexander, how's it going? That's... Yeah, Warhammer Eternal Strife, absolutely. The chain polymorph looked like it's too much. I mean, oh, the Warchief goes down. The War Skink getting chain polymorphed and unable to react. The early game of the Arch Sorcerer of Siege just too strong. Really, Dice just has the army advantage right now, having a squad of Marauder Horsemen as well as a level lead on the hero. A 2-level lead, in fact, on the hero. Dice is going to clear out this natural expansion here. And immediately drop the Great Hall. Welcome back. The Great Temple of the Old Ones going up here.
Notice Sheik's hero is only level 1.
Yes, he's been taking the bad side of a lot of exchanges here in the early game. He lost his hero as well not too long ago from Chain Polymorph from the Siege Sorcerer.
It's brutal.
You know, really, it's been that there's just been a decisive like army advantage from the Dise, Dice's side here, running with these the Marauder Horsemen again.
If you kite well with them, they can put out quite a bit of DPS.
That's kind of what we talked about, and the wraparound from the Horseman is going to kill off the... Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Now, the Sheik does have a second hero unit on the map.
Able to pick off a Marauder for his trouble.
But he's still certainly on the back foot. The Siege Sorcerer are about to hit level 4 now.
Quite a large experience lead for Dise. And with the expansion coming up here shortly, it's going to have a large resource lead. And all of the resources Warcraft 3 has to offer.
Right, the rich getting richer. I'm emphasizing the advantage that he's got. He's trying to take this natural expansion and take a solid economy lead.
Sheik at least scouts it out with some snacks.
Yeah, actually a very early scout on that natural expansion. That's ideal. He's got that information right away.
But Dise wasting no time, moving in, putting a lot of harass onto these heroes.
These Marauder Horsemen do a lot of damage, actually. 23 to 27 range piercing damage is quite strong.
Heroes do take reduced damage from piercing, but not gonna matter if you're the DPS war is just that solidly in your favor.
Tucking the War Chief into the back lines here, trying to get him out of harm's way. Surprised we're not seeing any usage of Call of the Flames or Heralds of the Flames.
A little bit of it.
Yeah, his own supply structures being able to heal his units, and he does have wood. I'm surprised we're not seeing that even being used more here.
He's using it very sparingly right now.
Because he could be double healing for both of these here. I'm pretty sure both these structures would be in range.
That's the last polymorph, though, I think, for a while.
Yep, the stun going out of the Siege Sorcerer, and he's actually really low health. That's sitting at about 100 health here.
But he's got a lot of mana regen.
So yeah, he's dead.
Goes down with the first Coatl, comes out.
Exactly, the chain lightning from the Coatl coming out and immediately dropping the Sorcerer. Well played by
overstaying his lightning.
I knew.
His welcome.
You could tell he was low, and that stun put him into a very questionable health range. I think he thought, just like you, that he could get that town portal out, but it was not the case.
Tried to white knuckle it, but instead takes a little bit more DPS than he calculated for.
The Coatl taking the board gives Sheik a massive army advantage. While the Marauder Horsemen are probably the best answer you could look for from the Warriors of Chaos.
Unfortunately, they're not a great answer.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have the ball of them that he would need to be able to contend with the Coatl force.
Them get picked off basically for free.
I do feel like if he had a good size, if he hadn't lost any Marauder Horsemen leading up to this point, I think he could fight against the Coatl with them.
Yeah, I agree with you. If he didn't lose, I think even if he didn't lose his hero, he'd have the edge still. But the fact that the level 4 sorcerer went down is it's rough. It's very rough. That's where the majority of his power of his army was, unfortunately. The Marauder Horsemen are good, but as you see, they're very squishy. They need the Sorcerer to be polymorphing permanently the heroes to lower that DPS significantly. But now that Dise basically has 5 strong DPS threats on the board, he's really easy.
Yeah,
it's really easy for him to just whittle down, kite out the Marauder Horsemen before they're able to do anything. And unfortunately, the heavy armor of these nomad huts, their supply structures, take double damage from magic damage of the Coatl. So, do you see all these horsemen are very low? One chain lightning is gonna, Kill 2. Meanwhile,
And he's just gonna keep, yeah, he's just gonna spam cyclones on the high sorcerer of Siege there to keep him out of the game while he picks off all of his horsemen. This is pretty decisive.
Yeah, that was a flip. Let me tell you, if that
That
he
just,
had gotten his hero, I wonder what would have. I don't know what would have happened, but
yeah,
fortunately that didn't happen. So
just it emphasizes again the strength of the Codal. The literally the first global the Codal was on the map, it kind of won the match.
it flipped it as soon as he appeared. That DPS burst from the chain lightning was exactly what Dice wasn't calculating for.
Yeah,
The town portal.
Yeah, there's no way Dice could have known where he was at in his production cycle, right? He could have seen he was on tier 3. He could have seen that the buildings were producing, but you know, he couldn't have known how far away the Codal were. He probably should have had a good idea of like a timestamp. I think this might be like a development that we would see less as the game becomes more played, right? Because like you look at a StarCraft 2 sort of environment, people know their timings in StarCraft 2 down to like they know the second at which speed will finish on the Zerglings, so they have to pull out of the base sort of thing. So I fully expect in the future people are going to be more familiar with the Codal timings. They're going to have a lot better idea of when they're going to start taking the board. Okay, Codals are cancer, no argument. They're pretty bad. And it's like, there's other good units, though. Like, they're just what's popular right now. They probably could use a little touching up, though. Yeah, they're probably somewhat problematic. I think they're too bulky. I think that's their big problem. For the way that they work, I don't think they should be bulky. I think they should be leaner. I think they would still be very fucking strong if they weren't as thick.
Because they counter their counter.
Right, yeah, their thickness counters their counter. And then they just have very strong DPS output, CC output. It's just,
Yeah, they're caster units. They should behave more like caster units. I agree with that.
yeah, exactly. I think if they were slimmed down a little bit and their defensiveness was brought down a little bit, they'd still be very good. I think you'd start seeing them maybe more used as like a strong, possibly, yeah, like supplemental, maybe not the entire core of the army, but you'd actually see them accompanying something else.
More of the support unit, like they're kind of meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, the Codal are in a good way. We'll probably see them. I think everybody's been expecting Codal to get touched, right? They think it's copium to think of anything other than that.
Yeah, and Nightmare also mentioned that they're going to be moved to a different building, so their tech is going to be less efficient.
Right.
Which, you know, will add another, just a time. It'll slow their timing down. It's going to be built out of a tier 3 structure now. So before you could just build them, you could start, because they're good upgrades are at tier 3, but they start with chain lightning, right? So
yeah, I don't know if that'll actually change anything. I mean,
you won't be able to get them until it'll slow them down quite a bit. That timing where they popped out and instantly, you know, screwed up Dice's DPS thing, he wouldn't have been able to do that yet because it wasn't tier 3.